They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Johnson on the counter.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. First down carry here for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Up the middle, Johnson.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 36, Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Screen play, Johnson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, Wilson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They run. It's Johnson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Extra point from McManus is good.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now McManus on to kick this one off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. Throwing on first down is Lance.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And some space here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
His 6th touchdown on the ground, number 7 overall. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on this.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready. On the ball.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Lance now on first down. He's got Bellinger. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Chiefs at 9-6 now, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On third down, Barkley. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On first down, Lance. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. And Lance going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Hardman on the return.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken from about the 12. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Lance now to throw.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Now it's Lance.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line. It's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense. Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, set.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Opposite, 3.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time here. Lance
Completes it to Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Again, it's Lance. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To Barkley on the check down. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
Tag 2.
Lance and company going on 4th down. That's caught by...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Lance now on 1st down.
He dumps it off to Barkley.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley.
That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And some room to maneuver. Here he goes right side. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Albert Okuwebunam, the intended target,
but now it's 3rd and goal.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough.
Here's Wilson. Oh, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So it's a win here for the Broncos.